So first and foremost thing, congratulations for cracking UGC net. Was this your first attempt, Kavin?
This was the second attempt, sir.
Second attempt. Okay. Nonetheless, you have cracked it. Congratulations to you. How was the paper that you have found out this time?
So, like for me, compared to the last time, it was difficult. Last time I got around 164 or something. So it was like, I even when I spoke to ma'am, I said like, no, I guess it was difficult only. I don't know whether I'll get through. So after the answer came and when the results came, I was like, because I knew that cutoff would decrease, but I didn't know that my marks would still end up higher. So, so the paper one I had scored, I had got around 33 questions, 34 or 33 questions right, and the rest was paper two. So it's like some of the direct questions I felt that I didn't do well in paper two itself. But some other things, some questions which were random, but we can exclude it. Those kind of questions, to my knowledge, I had answered it, and they had come surprisingly right. So.
Okay. And so, Kevin, I want to ask you in regards to, is there any changes that you found out in the previous in comparison to previous papers? Right. I mean, this paper is anything different in relation to paper one? Have you found any changes? Have you found any different kind of question that have been asked in paper one?
Yes, sir. Last time they had even questions from Indian logic. This time, because we had around even 3 or 4 questions, right? All were relating to the Sanskrit words. So many people I heard skipped, and I personally didn't touch it. So, and even other questions we might have a clue, we can use our logic, at least common sense. But these questions we had no idea. But in the present paper, the December one, there were like, I guess 1 or nil questions from the Indian logic kind of things. And max was very direct, and even other aspects, they were more theory related. But in the previous one, they had more number of max questions, and the direct questions were less. Paper one, but this time also paper one, they had mixtures. Even from the IT and other things, they had asked different things. Like paper one, I'm not able to say it was tougher than last time or this time, but it was completely different. Both the the last one and the December one, paper one, I was able to find that it was completely
bit different. Yeah. And what is the case regarding paper two? Is it also there are some changes that you have found out in relation to paper two?
So paper two, the June one was like the kind of direct ones I've seen even than the previous years or the December ones, sir. So if someone had, even because I knew people who had like even read the barracks thoroughly, even if they failed to look into other aspects, they had managed. But when we look into the present one, that is the December one, we were able to get a slight trace of the previous years. That is the complex match the following and those kind of questions. So because asking about who was not an NGT, who was an NGT judge, because okay, present judges, okay, known high Supreme Court, it's fine. Known high courts, we may have an idea. Present NGT members of the known, if we are practicing or very well aware or researching in that, it's fine. But once upon a time, who was a member, then but it was purely elimination method, because one person was CJI, another person was a well-known jurist, another person was also a CJI before 10 years. So by that way, we were able to eliminate. And even constitution and other subjects, there were like many match the following questions. So even if we were sure of the 3 options, the 3 questions and answers, the last one, as usual, we were
as usual, you can find out the solution of that.
yes,
right?
So these kind of things were not there they were not there much in the June one. So like these questions, they sticked up to the UGC, what were pattern they were being following from 2019. So direct questions, but there were many direct questions also, sir. So because this year in direct questions also some complex issues were there, like rearrange from because like let's say companies acts question and trademarks related one question were there. All were asking the arrangement of sections and provisions itself in either ascending or descending order. So unless some person are really focused and read and remembered, those were difficult. But my aspect was, since I guess even during my CLAT etc., like I was like able to follow Jurisedge somewhat, and then I've been following Jurisedge since last December. So the materials we've sent, and we had this specific previous case years or important case years type, so that we, and as well as I used to this update on live law and other aspects. So since I've been following all these, the case loss types are always my easy going ones. So this helped in this time, sir.
That's great. So Kevin, one question: what you are going to do now? I mean, you cracked UGC net. What is the next step that you want to take?
So my LLM will be getting over. I am doing my 2 years LLM, sir. So in July, by July end, it should get over. The exam should get over, irrespective of the results when they'll declare. So the options are like, I always wanted to make sure that I am open to both academia and litigation, because I have genuine interest for both. So now after clearing net, it's just like the safety thing aspect has been increased. So I should, I'm intending to somehow get into litigation, sir. And if that doesn't work, I will always have this backup plan. But I also intend to pursue PhD. But these are all like the plans. But in the next few months, depending upon family situation, other things, I may even, because since this is assured now, if situation warrants, I have to get into academia, because it is something which will pay me immediately.
Yes, because litigation might take a little bit of time, whereas academia, you can apply for different roles and you can get, maybe you will get the chance very soon, right? And that's a very good thing. But nonetheless, you think of litigation more than academia, what I'm understanding from your words, Kevin.
Yes, sir. From actually, litigation was my last option till my last year, sir. I was like, I eliminated my civil services and all other options, and finally sticked on to this academia, because I thought here, like, because people choose academia as a last resort when all of their corporate and other things get out. But for me, academia is something I'm passionate, because I love teaching. And like it's such a good thing, sharing knowledge and space for research. No other profession gives so much time for reading. So these things are there, sir. So I think that even if I enter litigation, I may pursue PhD and keep these options open. That's why I even prefer 2 LLM, because 1 LLM in Tamil Nadu, the state government institutions are not considering it for recruitment. So I have joined the state government university, law university itself, and doing my LLM there.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Then also, are you considering for the next attempt for JRF?
Yes, sir. That is because this time even there needs to be some personal satisfaction also. And like I want to do, because once we get net, that is something like, okay, I can consider it as something I've cleared as a safety aspect. But personally, if you ask me, I can say that I want to give net, want to get more marks, as well as somehow try to get the JRF. So only then I'll get a satisfaction and fulfillment.
That's great. That's great. All the very best. But another very important aspect, Kevin, that you were there with us for 1 year, right? Yes. And how's your experience with us so far? How's your experience regarding with us regarding your preparation?
Yes, sir. So after I joined my LLN, I like most of the time I couldn't attend the class at all. So some days, some chapters I'll check the video recording. Mostly, otherwise it will be other materials grasping through. So, but even during the initial days when I looked, like the lectures as well as materials were more comprehensive, sir. because we were able to revise everything or like a recap of everything we've learned in the 5-year UG course.
Yes, yes,
So
true.
it was helpful, sir. And like it was, no, it is helpful and it will be because until we get going with that. Because even lectures, you see, many people keep changing, no, sir, lectures. A person without constitution during one session, he doesn't teach. So with different lectures, we get different new inputs and
Yeah,
new information.
yeah,
So
true.
that is something because I don't know person, sir, because despite coaching or not coaching, there is a personal dedication, etc. But coaching, what it gives us more clarity and structured approach, so that
Yeah,
we are like more confident to clear this.
that's great. That's great. And this aspect that you mentioned is very important, that the clarity and the direction where you want to go. First time you didn't crack it, next time you crack it, right? You know where is the mistake that you are making, and now you plugged in the mistakes and you cracked it. That's a very important thing, and that's where the coaching comes into picture, right? That's where the direction comes into the picture. Now, another thing, Kevin, suppose you want to start your JRF preparation again from zero itself, right? Now you have cracked it, and I'm just erasing all the memory from you. Okay, not the memory, but erasing all the things that you have done so far. Okay.
Yes.
Now, if you want to start your JRF preparation, how you are going to go about it to crack it very smartly?
So I think again, like more of practice papers. That's what I've been thinking. I don't know whether it's right or wrong, because there is again a short term. I have my LLM course as well and other dissertation work, etc. going. So the more number of mocks and past question papers I again see, along with the areas, because there are also subjects which I haven't touched at all. So those subjects only if I have more glance, I can even do the mocks properly. So whichever week, because now I am able to identify, because let's say even in family, the Muslim related gift questions and other inheritance succession questions, it's like almost repeated 4 times, but still I haven't answered one gift question properly. So now I know that is the weakest, and I have also identified. So if I can cover that, then like let's say okay, 2 questions or 3 questions are sure. So whichever area I think that I should focus more, I will get into it, rewatch the lectures and revise it with the help of a notes. And rest of the areas, I think I should keep going with more mock papers and using the mock papers to parallelly relate with the content and subject.
True. And that's a great approach that you talked about. Another thing, the last question that I want to ask you is that, Kim, as the UGC this February attempt that happened all of a sudden, right? It was so less time for any aspirant, and for the June attempt, they have also announced it would be probably on 22nd June, right? That was the date that is
Yes.
announced. In short span of time, how one can prepare?
Again, the question will be just previous papers and mocks. Because all this way, when we expected the December attempt to come soon, it was delayed. But when we expect that is the previous June one, but when we expected December's one, it came short. And even the coming June 2023, it's like they have announced the dates earlier. So this is again a short span. So I think the past question papers only for both paper 1 and paper 2 will help more.
But another thing, Kevin, what did you find? Are the questions of UGC net getting tougher in each attempt?
Sir?
Getting tougher in the sense, is the level of UGC net question is getting better and better every time? They're asking better question. The difficulty level is going high.
The recent one, sir, December one, like some of the questions were really like more innovative, and we may not be able to find out, sir. So even subjects like even though we have set a specific pattern of 10 subjects, they may mean 10 questions per subject, let's say constitution or comparative, the kind of things they ask within the subject. This time for the comparative constitutions, they asked using the passage type. So it's not that just you're compared to constitution, but you needed to know other things. Same happened for the criminal law also. This time they had asked similar question. So there is like this overlap, and there is this nature of unpredictable nature, sir. I may not say tougher or different, because for that the personal preparation matters, and I need to have a good analysis of that. But with what I have seen, there is a pattern, but there is still a pattern which you cannot trace out at all. There is this unpredictable nature of what kind of questions from what subjects come in what way, sir.
Yes, and thank you for bringing this up, because UGC is now becoming a bit unpredictable. Because 2 years back or 2-3 years back, people used to just solve the previous year's question paper, they attempt the UGC net and they crack it. But now it's not the case like this.
Yes, sir.
There is some kind of unpredictability, or the difficulty level is getting higher and higher in every attempt, and that people need to aware about. Otherwise, they will not be able to crack the exams. What I am also getting from the question paper from this time. Okay, so thank you very much, Kevin. Thank you very much for your information that you have shared, and all the very best for your future endeavors. Okay, and if you need any help, do let us know in the future. We'll be there to help you
I
out.
just hope we will, like, I can use the present subscription till the June attempt. Am I allowed?
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Thank
those things will be there, and thank you very much, Kevin.
Sure, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
सो अगर आप UGC नेट एग्ज़ाम में इंटरेस्टेड हैं और आप 2023 में ही अटैम्प्ट देना चाहते हैं, तो ज्यूरिसर्च एकेडमी आपके लिए UGC नेट हाइव बैच लाया है, हाइव कोर्स लाया है, राइट, जिसमें कि आपको लाइव लेक्चर्स मिलेंगे फॉर पेपर 1 एंड पेपर 2, स्टडी मटेरियल प्रोवाइड किया जाएगा फॉर पेपर 1 एंड पेपर 2, इसके साथ साथ आपको मॉक्स भी मिलेगा, राइट. सो ऑल दीज थिंग्स विल बी प्रोवाइडेड. आपको अगर डिटेल्स जाननी है इस कोर्स के बारे में, देन यू कैन विजिट द लिंक विच आई हैव प्रोवाइडेड अंडर द डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स.